everyone, Sarah back again today, and I am creating a layout for Colorcast Design. I pulled the True Colors collection from my stash, and that's what I'll be using today. And I will be using an acrylic title from the March release, and I will be creating a birthday layout. Right here, I went ahead and cut that page apart, and I'm going to trim each of them down by at least 1/4 of an inch so that there's some space in between them, because I'm going to sew them to my page and I want to make sure a little bit of white space is showing through. So that is what I am going to go ahead and do to all of these right here. And then I will grab my white cardstock and go ahead and start just kind of placing them, seeing if I like where they're at before I add my adhesive. And this way I know that they're laid out as far apart as I want them to be. Kind of hate to, not actually use that other side, but it's okay. I have another piece. Used to be what held me back from using papers, but gotta quit doing that now, don't I? I gotta use it the way I want to use it and stop hoarding things. So I went ahead and added those. I did off camera grab my sewing machine and went ahead and stitched on each of these. Then I went ahead and grabbed this paper. I love this paper. Don't know why. I love the colors. I love the font that these are in, but I love the other side too, but I still used it. It'd been sitting in my stash for like a year. I think it was about time for me to use. My cutter is not big enough to cut it where I wanted it. So I went ahead and folded it where I wanted it. And then I'm just going to cut it sloppily, like really sloppily, with a pair of scissors, which is okay because I'm going to rough it up with a edge distressor anyways. And that's what I'm going to do right here off camera. Well, I guess I'm going to do a little on camera too. I'm going to go ahead and distress that and then knock all the little pieces off and sit that on top. I have these 2 photos that I'm going to use. I like that big doily. It's gorgeous, but I don't end up using the big one, even though I cut it here in a minute. But I roughed these edges up as well. These pictures are of my daughter on her birthday, and the thing that she wanted to do is she wanted to make donuts. And so she got to get in the kitchen and play around and make donuts. And so, yeah, that's what she's doing in these pictures. One of them, she's actually sitting down ready to eat the donuts. Here, I'm cutting another one of the cut-aparts apart because I'm going to grab some of these pieces and use them. I love this little piece. I don't know what you would really call it, but I'm going to fussy cut it out, and I'm going to cut it into 2 pieces and use it behind my photo. Let's see. I know that I'm going to add that, and then I'm going to go into some more of, I'm going to rough the edges up too, but I'm going to go into some more of the cut apart pieces. I'm going to cut, this is just going to be a square behind my photos, or a rectangle, and I'm going to cut up that sheet that has all the tags on it too. I love that. I love that sheet. That's one thing that Simple Stories has that I always love to use. Their cut aparts are awesome. But I'm going to add this behind so it's got a little bit of the blue in there. And there's some other pieces that I'd already cut up from a cut apart sheet. And I keep trying to use this big doily. It just wasn't what I wanted. And I couldn't find my little doilies at this time. You'll see in a few minutes I do find them. But I cut that piece in half so that it would come out underneath both sides of the photo. And there's my acrylic title, and it says Birthday Shenanigans. I think it was perfect for this. I also pulled out some stuff. I think that unicorn is from an old crepe paper collection. And then I've got some Catherine Pooler sequins that I use as well. They're Helsinki. Sorry for the pronunciation and the battering of it. I'll use those on here as well. But here, see, I found my heart doilies, but I also found my little doilies finally. And so I'm going to use those. I will pull this other one out in just a minute, but I am going to go ahead and pop the hole in the center of my tags as well before I use them. And I'm going to start placing down my doilies because again, I created my own sketch for this. It kind of makes it easier for me to put my layouts together when I already have it set up and an idea of what I'm going to do. So it kind of cuts down on the time that I had to film, to be honest. So yeah, that's what I do a lot of the time when I know that I'm wanting to create a layout with specific photos. I try to pull the collection, see what I have, or the kit that I make at home. And I draw a sketch up for it, and then it comes together a lot faster. So much ephemera. And my daughter really liked that little box of crayons, so I went ahead and put that on there as well. She did help pick out some of the stuff I used. The papers she picked out. And then some of the ephemera, that's where the unicorn came in. She wanted the unicorn. So, of course, I used it. Here, I'm just still going through the ephemera, trying to find what I am going to use and what I'm not. I'm going to add some more pieces here. I didn't want the pink camera right there, so I kind of went with the corally color because I didn't want it to blend in too much. Just kind of doing my layering on top of my doily in the bottom right-hand corner and looking for some more florals to add in here. I'm just going to tuck things here and there because nothing's stuck down, including that big piece of paper with the numbers on it. The only thing that's stuck is literally the strips on the very background. Yeah, I got that word in there that time. I'm just looking for some more flowers. The little sprigs, I always love the little sprigs, and I'm going to tuck some of those in here and there around the photo in the bottom right corner. I attempt to add something up by my title, but I think that it stands alone. Like it's perfect to stand alone. I like that it stands out a little more because there's not a ton of the blue on the layout. And I just like the way it looks. There's me trying to stick flowers. I'm like, nah, I don't like it. So I went ahead and put that stuff up. I've got the sticker book still, and I'll use a few things out of that, but not much. But right now, I'm just going to go ahead and rough up the edges of these things, and I'm going to start gluing them to like their own little clusters. And I'll do all that until I get everything stuck like around my photos and everything, and then I will actually start adhering things to the layout itself. I guess that's a little odd, but you know, it works for me. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and add some foam to this one so it's sticking up a little bit. Just add a little dimension down there and glue it to that number piece of paper. Eventually, after I adhere everything down, I will trim the edges off that are left over. And here I'm going to go ahead and add the little sprigs. I try to work from the back to the front so that I don't miss anything or glue it to where I don't want it glued. And because I'm going to be moving that whole piece, it's not a big deal, so I'm not too worried about it. These all pretty much glue to the photo or the cluster there and to the piece that's under the photo, the one with the floral print on it in the blue. But I'm just adding little bits of it here, roughing up all the edges like I normally do, and then just adding some glue so they're stuck down. I'll go ahead and add my 3D foam to the back of my photos. Just a little more dimension here since I have some on the top and on the bottom right. I figured a little dimension in the center would work as well. Here I'm going to go ahead and add some tape to these to adhere them down. Sometimes the glue will make them bend a little bit, and I didn't want that. And I'm going to go ahead and add a little glue to my doilies. That's what they're called. And glue those down. And see, here's where I got the whole piece. And I'm going to add adhesive to this. And I will go ahead and stick it down to the layout. In a minute, you'll see me add a little more glue after I've stuck it down, just going around lifting up sides to make sure that it's stuck well, since I sewed so much of that and there's dimension to it already. I think I add that on here. I may have cut that out. I'm not sure. I love these doilies, and I can't for the life of me remember where I got them from, and I'm almost out of them. I mean, I say that. I've got a chunk of them, but I've got to figure out where to get some more. I like them. They're the perfect size. So here, that's where I am. Okay, so this is where I'm just going to tuck in and, poke a little more glue in there just to make sure that it all stays down, since there is dimension and everything like that. Hold it down for a second and flip it over, and I'm going to start trimming the little the pieces off that are hanging over the side, and the extra bits of thread as well. Then I'm going to go ahead and add her cute little unicorn, and that pretty much, oh no, I forgot. I'm going to pull out my sequins, and I'm just going to sprinkle them across the layout after, see, I don't even know what I'm doing in my own layout. I'm going to go through the sticker book, and I thought I was going to add some other things, but I'm going to actually add some of these word stickers to my layout. I'm going to add a few underneath and up top as well. I like the fact that they're black and there's not a ton of it in there besides the black and white photo. So I thought it'd be nice. And I like the cute little sayings, and I am totally not going to lie. I cannot read them right now because the picture is too small and I do not have the layout in front of me. So yeah. But you'll see what they are in the close-up photos. And I'm looking to see if I like it. I do. So I'm going to go ahead and put these away. And then I'm going to sprinkle some of these in my hand and just sprinkle them across my layout. I do not think I make you watch me glue each and every one of these down. I'm pretty sure I cut that out because it's kind of boring. But that finishes out this layout. I really hope that you enjoy it. Make sure to go check out the new and gorgeous stuff from Colorcast Design. There'll be a link below to the shop. Grab things while you can. The new release was just put up on the 25th of this last month. And thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a great day. Bye!